two separate groups. Even if we've got 6 people, I think 2 groups will be fine. And I want to split you up between the amount of exercise that you did last week, or in general, what the amount of exercise you did. Now, obviously, you know, you didn't have to run a marathon or anything, but if you did something active, then if you felt you did more than 3 or 4 hours activity last week, let's stay on this table. If you didn't, come to this table. So more activity here.
I'm not doing it.
Do you mean physical activity as in
Ordering, physical work. Physical work
Simon,
where you exert yourself.
we've had no exercises, you had a job in Fulham College.
Has everybody got a pen? Do I need to supply any pens? I've got some. No, we're all set? Okay.
All set.
Right, I'm just going to have a little quick recap, 2 or 3 minutes recap on what we did last week. Now, last week, as you all know, we looked at exercise, didn't we? So I've got a couple of little questions just to see what you remember from last week. Okay, here's the second question. Between anaerobic and aerobic exercise, do you remember?
I'll have a good guess. Anaerobic is no oxygen.
Yes.
Aerobic is with oxygen.
Yes, very, very good.
So I wouldn't like to be doing exercise with no oxygen though.
Okay, so John points out doesn't have the oxygen. Where does it get the energy from?
Stored energy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gets it from the muscles, doesn't it? What does that often create in your muscles? Aisha, what does that create in your muscles? When you start pulling energy from your
the muscles to work.
So you miss the heart pump faster.
Yeah, when you're short of oxygen, your heart pumps faster to catch up. You have to breathe quicker to get the oxygen.
top 85–90% of your total work ability. Aerobic is anything below about 80%. So once you get above 80–85%, your body will be working anaerobically. Anything below that is aerobic.
So then I thought red blood cells, and I don't know whether they're the same thing or what, but that's what I thought.
What do you think, Dan? Do you agree with
red?
that? Red?
Yeah. Was it
Do you think
I agree
it is?
with that.
Yes, it is the red one, isn't it? Just by definition. Why are ribs and nutrition, you know, a very important part of the whole exercise and healthy living? So, what we're going to do today, we'll just have a look at our objectives. We're going to hopefully, by the end of it, be able to describe the key elements of a healthy diet. That's going to be an important thing for us to do. Carbohydrates, proteins.
Fats.
Excellent. What about proteins, Aisha?
That was things like meat, eggs,
Eggs, yes.
milk, cheese.
More stuff here. Anita?
Mostly carbohydrates. We aren't
Yes. Why do you think yes?
You get carbohydrates like bananas and things like that.
Yes, very much so, yes. So, see if you can do this on your own. I was going to give you plates, but then I had a little practice with the plates myself, and they weren't really big enough. So I'm going to give you some A4. See if you can divide that plate up into five segments. And those segments, though, before you do it, the segments have to be proportional to the amount of breads, cereals, fruits and vegetables, meat and fish. So if you think you only need a tiny bit of fruit and vegetable, you're going to have just a sliver on your plate.
Yeah.
Well, think about it.
Different size.
Yes, different
Yeah.
size segments.
Not the same size.
No.
Or you know, sugars and things like that. I mean, I wouldn't do that normally.
Well, you wouldn't put them.
No.
Yeah, this into 3 is the latest, isn't it?
I just want you to split it into 5 segments, and those 5 segments need to basically represent what you think they are. Pretty pictures. Now, these pretty pictures are of food. I want you to see what these foods are, and I want you to put them where you think they should go. There's about 20 of them, so just fit them best you can. Yeah, I think that's sweet. Lasagna. Tricky one, that, isn't it? Tofu.
Pardon?
That's tofu.
Tofu. Tofu's
Is that tofu? Is that what it is?
We'll come back to tofu.
That did do one.
It's a vegetable,
Oh, right.
but it's high.
It's used
There's something else, yes. Just move around basically and go and ask some questions of the other people, especially on the other tables, because you've kind of had a little chat between yourselves.
Because it's eating vegetables.
What kind of room do you place the fridge
Do we have to swap tables? Or
Yeah.
you say that?
You can ask him, you can ask him.
Yeah,
something,
If I was,
Quite different diet.
it's something,
Because I think
something
it's
that
made
I would say we
protein.
can eat in this reasonable.
For instance, as eating
Pasta and
vegetables.
sweets are both carbohydrates.
Veg,
Why
I've got that too.
yes,
why is
Yeah.
pasta supposed to be better for
eating
you?
fruit and vegetables is very good. They're a good source of protein as well,
Yeah.
fruit and vegetables. So I would say both of them.
Well, fat.
Why or why not?
It's a spin.
Oh, yes, it is, because it's a vegetable.
I'm going to go over there and ask somebody
About
questions.
5 a day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Did you do the
depends
fish
on how much.
Yeah, with oil.
That's
Yes.
right, yeah.
Because if you've got it-
Well, as Mark pointed out, we want to keep it mini as opposed to maxi. So we'll move it along. Okay, were there any interesting points come out there, Anita?
Yeah, I think we started thinking that pasta and sweets, they are both carbohydrates, but sweets are not good for you. Pasta you can use better. I
So
think that's
what
what we
did-
said.
Yeah, and we were saying that
it really
sweets.
sends you over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Carbohydrates. When your body digests them,
It's harder to break, isn't it, or something?
yes, so they enter your bloodstream much slower than than the simple carbohydrates, the sugars. Three diets there. Now that we kind of have an idea of what foods we need to eat. Oh, and by the way, let's quickly. Does your plate look anything like this? I want you to look at them quickly and give them a ranking out of 10. You can just write the ranking down there where there's a mark out of 10. And then just write a couple of evaluative notes, a couple of things, a couple of sentences for each diet, feelings about that diet. What do you think? What's good about it? What's bad about it?
So we say, Mark,
Chicken risotto, green beans and a glass of red wine. 1, 2, 3 things. Why you think it's good, why you think it's bad. 9, 8, 10, I don't know what you're doing. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6 and 7. Isha?
I got 3, 5, 8.
3, 5, 8. Ooh, we know the healthy ones though. John?
4, 6, 8.
4, 6, 8. Aisha, go on.
So we've got 4,
30.
5, 6, over 13, is it?
30.
30 on the first column.
30?
Yeah.
42? 41?
Yeah, maybe.
No, 2, you're right. The best diet?
The dinner struck me as a reasonable meal.
The chicken that was on here, do you think that it was representative?
Well, we've got the
My view on that is there's not enough food early enough. You're going to be absolutely starving. And there's an old saying, isn't there? Breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I compared the 3 and I thought diet 3 is a lot better than diet 1 because diet 1's got like no fruit and veg, they got a lot of alcohol,
Yeah.
it's very complex carbs, isn't it? And I don't think they've even got enough protein to get them through the day.
Size and things like that. If you were, for instance, out on site, grafting or 8 hours a day, which one of those diets might suit you?
3. 3, yeah.
So, but again, your job, your lifestyle, everything kind of fits together in different ways.
So does that mean then
Regardless.
I wouldn't entirely agree with what you want, but it's pretty much nearly there. Yeah, you don't have to worry as much if you've got an inactive job, an inactive lifestyle. You're in trouble. Really, you've got to really be careful what you
I'm
eat.
going to take these back off you at the end of the lesson just to see where we got to. There's what's 2 there. So, I just want you to put a tick in the top ones. And then what I want you to do is to take diet for the day. So have a look at those 3 diets and select what you feel to be the best bits and put together your own perfectly balanced diet for the day. Yes, I've taken in these your feedback here. We'll have a look at that later. But hopefully now we've been able to describe the key elements of a healthy diet. Chris, do you want to give me a couple of
Vegetables and fruit.
every day?
Yeah.
In what kind of quantity?
Not too much. 5 a day.
Okay. What does he give it?
I give it a 1.
A 1. Dan?
Which one for, sorry? The course
No,
planning?
overall.
Oh, overall? Yeah, majority is 1.
Liz?
2.
2.
3. Sorry.
It's okay. Is it?
Sorry, yeah, I give it 1 as well. Majority was 1.
Well structured. I.e., did it have a start, a middle, and an end?
Yes.
It had a start, middle, and end. So that's important. Did we link to previous learning?
Yes.
That's a very this learning. Did we try and,
Yeah.
in terms of, if you think of the last session was exercise, this session was nutrition and food groups. We tried to pull the 2 together. So I think there was, I tried very hard to do that. I mean, do we feel that we achieved our objectives? That's the objective there, even though we did make some...
That's always alright, wasn't it?
I think we made recommendations orally, and we talked about the things, why it was bad, why it was good. But I think ultimately, you could argue that last objective maybe might not have been achieved. Yes, we could, but I mean, I think...
Not in your time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think I demonstrated a little bit more knowledge, like in the beginning. I thought Aisha knew quite a lot, and you knew quite a lot, and I tried to ask a few more probing questions for you there.